My uncle accused me of breaking his vintage motorcycle at the family BBQ in front of 40 people. I got banned from future gatherings while he played the victim. What he didn't know is that I'd been filming a restoration documentary on it for his 60th birthday. I'm 23, and my Uncle Dennis has this 1972 Triumph Bonneville he's babied for 30 years. Never rides it, just polishes it in his garage every weekend like it's made of gold. The thing sits under a custom cover, surrounded by framed photos of it from different decades. He talks about it at every family gathering like it's his fourth child. Last month, completely out of nowhere, he asks if I can help him get it running for a charity ride. The engine kept stalling out after 30 seconds. I said sure, even though I knew he was particular about who touched his stuff. I figured this was him finally trusting me with something important. I spent 3 Saturdays in his garage diagnosing the carburetor, checking the fuel lines, ordering parts with my own money because he kept saying he'd pay me back later. The whole time, he'd hover nearby, wincing every time I removed a bolt, asking if I was sure I knew what I was doing. Here's the thing though, I'd been secretly filming the entire process. My girlfriend Sarah's a film student, and we thought it'd be this heartwarming surprise video for his birthday. You know, showing the bike coming back to life, all the work that went into it, ending with it running perfectly. Real sentimental stuff. The family BBQ arrives on a Saturday afternoon. Sun's out, grills smoking, kids running around with water balloons. I'm flipping burgers, chatting with my cousins, feeling pretty good about life. Then Dennis storms out of the garage, screaming my name. He's holding a cracked engine casing in his hands, face red, veins popping in his neck. The entire backyard goes silent. Even the kids stop running. You destroyed it! You said you knew what you were doing! I put down the spatula, trying to stay calm. Uncle Dennis, that crack was already— Don't lie to me. This bike was perfect before you touched it. Everyone stops eating. My aunts, cousins, neighbors from down the street, 40 people all staring at me like I just kicked a puppy. I trusted you with the most valuable thing I own, and you completely ruined it. Do you have any idea what this bike is worth? I try explaining that the crack was already there, hidden under 30 years of grime and old gasket sealant, that I'd actually found it during the teardown and was planning to tell him, but he's not hearing any of it. Get out. You're not welcome here anymore. Not until you pay for what you destroyed. My dad pulls me aside near the fence, looking disappointed. Maybe you should have been more careful. You know how much that bike means to him. Even my own father was taking his side. I grabbed my keys and left without another word. Didn't finish the burgers. Didn't say goodbye to anyone. The next 2 weeks were brutal. The family group chat exploded with messages. My Aunt Linda saying I'd always been careless with other people's things. My cousin Brad saying I should have known better than to mess with something I didn't understand. People saying I owed Dennis $8,000 for the damage, that I needed to take responsibility, that this was typical immature behavior from me. My mom texted privately, just apologize and offer to pay something. This is tearing the family apart. But I didn't respond. I knew what I'd found, and I had proof. Yesterday was Dennis's 60th birthday party at his house. Big catered event, probably 60 people. I wasn't invited, obviously. My name had been officially scratched off the family list, but Sarah went. She's still cool with that side of the family, and nobody thought to uninvite her. She waited until after dinner, after the cake, when everyone was settled in the living room. Then she asked if she could play a video she'd made. I thought it was some generic birthday montage. He nodded, and she plugged her laptop into the TV. 12 minutes of footage. Me carefully removing each part, labeling everything, documenting every rusty bolt I found, timestamps in the corner, close-ups of the corroded casing, the hairline fractures that had been there for years, hidden under decades of moisture and neglect. My voice explaining how the crack had started from the inside out, how it was a miracle the engine even turned over at all. Shots of me replacing gaskets with parts I'd paid for. Me cleaning components that hadn't been touched since the 80s. Me routing new fuel lines because the old ones were cracked and dangerous. And then the final shot. Me hitting the starter, the engine turning over once, twice, then roaring to life. Running smooth, no stalling, no misfiring, just a perfect, clean idle. The video ended with me shutting it off, looking directly at the camera, and saying, "Happy 60th, Uncle Dennis. She's ready to ride again." Sarah texted me 20 minutes later. "Your uncle just stood up in front of everyone, apologized, and said you're the only person who actually made his bike run in 30 years. I texted back, "Tell him I'll send the repair bill."